If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 148 of My Player here on FIFA 15. As you can see, unfortunately we haven't been selected for this game against Chelsea, despite the fact that we're actually in decent form. We scored the only goal that came in from our side of things against Southampton to get us a 1-1 draw. We were involved in the goal against Sunderland, and obviously we played against Liverpool and Manchester United in two of the cup games recently as well. We had kind of solidified our position as a number one player in this, or number one striker in this squad again, and now Arsene Wenger's decided not to select me against the side that I really did want to play against. To be completely honest, I was looking forward to trying to ply my trade at Stamford Bridge for the first time in a while, but we get a 2-1 defeat. Gee, thanks Arsene for dropping me. Benteke didn't do anything in that game either, so hopefully we'll be selected for the next one, which I believe is West Ham. And after that, we're back to Champions League action again against Borussia Dortmund. So I'd like to be selected. I think I'd rather play in the Champions League than against West Ham, but preferably I'd like to play in both, to be completely honest. We'll find out in just a second when it reaches the West Ham game whether we have been selected or not. New objectives for the 4 league games upcoming, and we haven't been selected to play against West Ham. Okay. I'm not really too sure why. We've been in great goal-scoring form recently, and Benteke hasn't been scoring when he's been playing in our place. Didn't score again, although we did get a 2-0 win thanks to Wilshere and Ramsey. Debussy getting himself sent off, though, which won't help the team's cause. Well, fingers crossed I'll be selected for this Borussia Dortmund game. If I'm not, then I will just cut until the next game that I am selected for, and then I'll just quickly show you the results between now and then. We'll get to this Borussia Dortmund game, though. Fingers crossed I'm selected. Please pick me. Please pick me. He hasn't, right? Okay, I'm going to cut till we're actually selected. Just got this message from Arsene Wenger. It says, you're in for the next match. Since you haven't been in the squad for some time now, I've decided to give you an opportunity to show me what you can do, and we'll be putting you in the team for our next match. Play well and show me what our team has been missing out on. Now, I haven't played for a while, actually, and really, really frustratingly and annoyingly, we got dropped for the Capital One Cup final as well. So we've not been selected for Chelsea, 2-1 defeat, West Ham, 2-0 victory, Dortmund, 1-1 draw, Capital One Cup final, which we drew 2-2 after extra time. Gervinho and Santi Cazorla scoring after 90 minutes in the extra period, and then we won 4-3 on penalties. So we have won the Capital One Cup, we just weren't involved. And then we drew 1-1 away from home against Manchester City as well. So we've been selected for QPR, and then we'll see if we put in a good performance against QPR. Maybe we'll be selected for Dortmund. If we're not, then Are these friendlies, or I believe these are friendlies rather than qualifiers? So if they are, then I will probably just simulate them and skip them and not play them. But yeah, we're in for QPR, so I'm going to have to put in a good performance here and give a good impression of myself. We're 10 games from the end of the season now, level on points with Man City in 4th. So a win here against QPR, who are currently actually 8th, having a good season. So a win against QPR here, and some goals for us as well. It's really frustrating. We were in the starting lineup for ages when we weren't playing well. Then we started to score, then we were dropped for a little bit, then we started to score goals and he restored me to the starting lineup frequently. We continued to score goals and then he dropped me again for a period. I'm not really too sure as to why. So if I can score a goal here against QPR, or maybe even more than one, or you know, just anything to keep up the level of performance, then fingers crossed we can find ourselves put in for the second leg against Dortmund, which we need a win in, obviously, after drawing 1-1 at home in the first leg. But I'm so frustrated at Arsene Wenger right now. We've not been here at Arsenal long, or at least we've not been fit here at Arsenal long, considering we missed 3 months of the season in the first half with a collarbone break. But we're now towards the end of February, coming towards March, and we haven't really played that many games this season, only 12 all told. They're definitely not going to leave Arsenal at the end of this year. I'm going to stay at Arsenal for another season because we haven't been too involved this year, and I want to force my way into the first team here. Raphael cuts inside Mertesacker, driving into the box, lays it off to Leroy Fer. We'll get it back from the Dutchman. Playing it about nicely here, QPR. Are they going to get the ball into the box and have a shot, or are they just going to ping it about? Raphael with the header, and it's gone tamely wide, although it is a corner. Must have taken a deflection off the defender. Junior Hoylett to take the set piece. See what you can do with it here. They've pushed a lot of men forward. I'm on the halfway line on my own, but That's not going to come anywhere near me. I really am on my own here on the half. Oh no, there's a man stood right next to me. I couldn't see his circle on the minimap. And actually, we've conceded. Bruno Andrade with the goal after 13 minutes. QPR lead at the Emirates. Not the start we needed in a game where we really need to impress in an attacking sense to get ourselves back in the first team. Leroy Thurs shows good strength, and I don't really know what the defenders were doing there. We are 1-0 down. Fair to Diakite. QPR have just been completely dominant in this game so far. We've barely had a touch of the ball ourselves. It's all been QPR on the attack. And the defending has been pretty shoddy, as you can see there as well. Junior Hoylett here feeds in Leroy Fer again. Passed inside to Sandro. Chance to make it 2. Drops to Diakite on the edge of the box. Raphael. Eventually they might have a shot. It's dropped to Bruno Andrade. Now they've got a penalty. I can't believe this is happening. QPR with a chance to make it 2-0 away from home at Arsenal. Per Mertesacker picking up a yellow card for the challenge. This is retarded. We can't defend in this game. I don't understand what's going on, to be completely honest. QPR with a chance to extend their lead. Raphael is going to be the man to have the penalty kick. Hopefully Wojciech Szczesny can pull off a wonder save and actually keep us in the game. This is outrageous. I can't believe this is actually happening. QPR, he looks like he's going to go for a dink. He smashed it off the underside of the bar into the back of the net. QPR 2, Arsenal 0, and we are ridiculously out of sorts. Sandro's got Junior Hoylett making moves on the outside on the left. He's found by Raphael. He's got the pace, but it doesn't need to pace when he can pass it to a teammate. Koscielny tackles Leroy Fer very well. Counter-attack time. Joel Campbell up to me. We'll quickly lay it off to Aaron Ramsey. He's going to get it out wide to Santi Cazorla if he can eventually take a first touch. Here's Ramsey again. It's going to lay it back to me. I'm going to try a Maradona turn to get past that defender. And now we're in the box. Can we finish it to get ourselves back on level terms? It's not level terms, is it? It's 2-1. But regardless, we have scored. Well, the manager put us in the first team to do a job, and with the first opportunity we've had to do that job, we've been successful. That's the first chance we've had all game as a side. Nice little Maradona turn to take it round Neda Manua, and the run from Ramsey took the defender away, and I'm pleased with that finish as well. Really nicely finessed into the bottom corner. Good accurate finish, getting the technique right also. Well, we're back in the game at 2-1. I thought immediately my reaction was we're back level, but of course they scored the penalty as well. So after 43 minutes, that's our 7th goal in the BPL this season, in like our 10th game, to be fair. And it's Arsenal 1, QPR 2. Raphael, QPR coming forward at the start of the second half, the same way they did at the beginning of the first. They scored after 13 minutes in the first half. Hopefully they're not going to score at all in this second, and maybe we can score after 13 minutes in the second half, but they keep the ball away from us like they did for the first half so far in this second period. I don't understand what is really going on with this Arsenal side right now. We haven't been selected for a while. They haven't really been getting very good results. And, well, you can kind of see why, to be honest. Just terrible, terrible football being played. I'm going to put the pressure on Harriman here, and it's worked. We've stolen it back off him. Try the cheeky fake Rabona. And we'll play it inside to Aaron Ramsey. I've gone down in the box. Nothing given, but it's dropped on the edge to Özil. It's Joel Campbell off the post. Get there, Jack. Ramsey can't. Oh, flicked on and away. The first chance of the second half then goes our way. Oh, and he's done me there, Diakite. Hit the post thanks to Joel Campbell. That's the closest we've come to an equaliser since making it 2-1. Probably the first highlight you've seen since we made it 2-1 as well. Oh, so close to getting ourselves back level. First chance of the second half for either side, and we were the width of a post away from making it 2-2. We'll see if we can build something else here, although it's coming very slowly forward. Ramsey with a dink over, and that's a terrible pass. Leroy Fer out to Junior Hoylett. QPR might try and get themselves a third and restore their 2-goal advantage. That would definitely put them in their driving seat for the result. We have had that one chance off the post so far in this second half to get ourselves level. I'd rather get us level sooner rather than later so that we can push for a winner, because obviously 3 points would come in handy rather than just one, although one would come in handy rather than none at this rate that the game has been going so far. 20 minutes left to go, and we don't look like we're going to get much from this game. I've flicked that onto Ramsey though. If he could play in Joel Campbell, which he hasn't, delayed the pass. I'll call for this from Özil. Santi's made me the run, so we'll play him in. Go for the return ball, but Neda Manua here is quite quick, but we've got the turn in on him. I'm going to go for this shot. It's a cross goal. Good save by the goalkeeper and cleared away by the defender. Like we say, 20 minutes still to go, and we are currently on for 0 points. Throw in for QPR. We're on all-out attacks. We've got more men forward than we have defensively at the minute, but I'm going to call for a through ball here from Kieran Gibbs. I'm going to quickly try and get it across there to Oxlade-Chamberlain, which we've done quite nicely. Oh, but I don't know what that ball is. That's retarded, Alex. What are you doing? 10 minutes left to go, and if everybody's going to start playing balls like that trying to get us a goal, then it doesn't look like one's going to come at all. No wonder whenever, you know, Christian Benteke and Danny Welbeck have been playing in my spot, they haven't been scoring either. It's clearly because the side just doesn't play very good football at the minute. Nobody's scoring in this Arsenal side, not just ourselves. And to be fair, whenever we have played, we are now scoring. We've picked up the only goal that the side has gotten in this game. We picked up the only goal that the side got in the game against Southampton. But Arsene Wenger just doesn't seem to want to play me at present. Hopefully, even though we look like we're going to lose this game, our performance and ability to just get something out of nothing in this game so far will be enough to put us in for the second leg against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. Mesut Ozil on the ball. We've got 1 minute added on of stoppage time in this second half. 1 minute. I don't know why, because there's been, you know, enough action to... Oh, wow, he's just run off the pitch with it. That sums up this entire game for us, to be completely honest. Mesut Ozil runs with the ball forever and then runs straight off the pitch and we lose the game. QPR 2, Arsenal 1 is the final result. You can see all the fans booing in the background. I mean, Arsenal fans boo quite a lot anyway, but that performance was definitely worth booing. Ridiculous stuff. 61% possession in QPR's favour in that game. I don't know what's going on with this Arsenal side right now. We're not getting played. When we do get played, we score and then get dropped again. We'll see if we get selected for the game against Borussia Dortmund. Rojas is out injured for 4 weeks, which isn't going to help things. Let me change the slate, thank you. Hopefully we'll get selected for the game against Borussia Dortmund. Like I say, when we've been put in by the manager, we are scoring goals. So surely he would play us over the just goal drought-filled Christian Benteke and Danny Welbeck. Because whenever they play, they don't score. We've been selected for the English national team. I don't care about being selected for the England national team right now. I want to be selected for my club. Please, can we play in this game against Borussia Dortmund? No, dropped again. Honestly, Arsene Wenger... Nobody else is scoring goals. I'm going to delete this message and then we'll have a look at the squad report and I'll show you when it does this all the time now. When you get a few seasons in, there's such a massive delay on the menus. We've scored 8 goals in 12 games. Danny Welbeck 3 in 13. Benteke 7 in 25. Why are we not getting played? Welbeck's very unhappy, probably because of lack of first-team football. If you go by stats alone, then yes, Benteke and Welbeck should start ahead of us because we're only 80 rated. How we're only 80 rated, though, I'm not really too sure. Those stats are good enough to be more than 80 rated as a striker. 82 finishing, 84 acceleration, 88 sprint speed. Our physical stats are incredible. Our dribbling skills are incredible. 86 attack positioning, 82 finishing. Why are we only 80 rated? That I don't understand. But 85 and 86 for Welbeck and Christian Benteke. But... why are we not getting played? I don't understand. Maybe you guys can explain to me in the comment section why Arsene Wenger might not be picking us for these games. Because whenever Benteke and Welbeck play, they don't score. So I can't really understand why Wenger would not pick us. And we're now out of the Champions League as well. Benteke again doesn't score. Jovetic on the score sheet for Borussia Dortmund. Now I'm just going to simulate these international friendlies because I don't want to play them. And we'll see if we get selected for the game against Cardiff. This is a strange position to be in our career right now. We've not really had... any trouble getting first-team football previous to this move to Arsenal. And I'm not going to run away from this challenge. We had a challenge set to us in a similar fashion at Bayern Munich last year in the My Player. And we worked our way into the first team and actually started playing very well towards the end of our time at Bayern Munich before moving on to Manchester United for our final club that we played for. Rojas is back. Danny Rose is back. Oh, it's England. I was going to say, Danny Rose doesn't play for us. But we'll see if we get selected for Cardiff. If we do, I'm not sure whether I'll play it today. We haven't been. Well, it looks like we're only going to get one game in today because I've spent so much time in the menus that I don't really want the episode to be, 40 minutes long with me trying to fit in 2 games as well as all this menu stuff. And again, no goals from the strikers and a 1-1 draw against Cardiff. It's baffling to me, absolutely baffling to me that the other 2 strikers aren't scoring, but the manager continues to play them ahead of me. I mean, Arsene Wenger, he's a good manager, obviously, in real life, but he's making some baffling decisions in-game right now. And with the North London derby round the corner, I don't know whether we're going to get selected for this one either. We'll see in a second. No! Why does he continue to play Benteke? All I appear to be doing for the past 3 or 4 minutes in this video is just complaining about not playing first team football. We lose that game as well, and continually no goals from the strikers. It's Santi that scores the goal in that one. Well, we won't play another game in this episode, but I'll cut to where we actually get selected again, and we'll see what results have gone by that point, and hopefully we'll be able to at least get another game before the end of this season. There's only a handful of games left, 3 there and 4 in May. Only 7 games left this season now, and I'd like some first team football, to be completely honest, Mr. Wenger. Alright, so we've been selected for this game against Aston Villa. Actually, there was only one more game that we weren't selected for after I cut. It was a 1-1 draw away from home against Derby. Guess who scored the goal? Nope, not a striker. It was Santi Cazorla again scored that goal. Danny Welbeck started, didn't score. We've been selected for the game against Villa, but I'm going to play that in the next episode because this video is probably incredibly long already, and I don't want to. I want to make it too long because I don't have much time to actually get it, rendered and up in time for you to see it. So that's going to bring today's episode to a close. We're in a troubling times here at Arsenal. Difficult stage in our career, but we will power through it. I'm determined to get myself first team football here at Arsenal. I'm not going to run away from the challenge. Like, I know there will be people in the comments saying, leave Arsenal at the end of the season, it's not working out. I'm not going to run away from this challenge. I'm going to continue to score goals whenever I get played, and I'm going to force my way into this first team. It is going to happen. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, and I'll see you next time.